Welcome back to Nation of Glory. Today, we bring you a story that glows with ambition, burns with resilience, and shines brighter than the lights of Hollywood. This is not just the tale of an actress. It's the story of a girl who grew into an icon, a dreamer who became a symbol of strength, and a performer whose presence transformed cinema forever. So settle in, breathe easy, and get ready for an emotional journey through the life of Scarlett Ingrid Johansson, a woman who proved that even in the world's brightest spotlight, the heart behind the face matters most. Our story begins in New York City, a place where dreams float between skyscrapers like fireflies searching for a home. In this restless and ever-moving world, a baby girl was born with a spark in her eyes, a spark too bright to ignore. Scarlett Johansson arrived on November 22, 1984, into a family that embraced creativity but lived far from Hollywood glamour. Her father, an architect from Denmark, carried imagination in his drawings. Her mother, a producer, carried stories inside her heart. Together, they unknowingly shaped the spirit of a girl destined for stages she had not yet seen. Scarlett was not born into wealth. She was born into passion. She had a twin brother, Hunter, who carried her laughter like a companion shadow. Childhood for Scarlett wasn't a fairy tale. It was real. It was raw. It was filled with curiosity, emotion, and a deep desire to be understood. Even as a child, she felt feelings deeply: joy, sadness, excitement, fear, all of it lived loudly inside her. She wasn't afraid of emotion. She embraced it. She studied it. She became friends with it. Her mother noticed something early: the way Scarlett watched people, the way she absorbed moments, the way she performed for fun but with surprising truth. At just 8 years old, Scarlett stepped onto a stage for the first time. Not a huge one, not a glamorous one, but a place where she felt alive. The stage didn't frighten her. It welcomed her. Every line she said felt like a puzzle piece falling into the right place. But auditions were not always kind. Her voice, deep and unusual for a young girl, confused casting directors. They wanted bubbly. They wanted cute. They wanted predictable. Scarlett was none of those things. She was authentic. She was different. And different meant doors didn't open easily. But here is what makes destiny so powerful: the right door opens at the right time. Her first film role came when she was only 9. It wasn't a leading part. It wasn't a major spotlight. But it was enough for the world to see that something was brewing inside this young actress. Something natural. Something raw. Something rare. With every role she touched, that spark inside her grew brighter. She learned how to carry emotions that weren't hers. She learned to live inside characters. But she also learned heartbreak. Hollywood is a place of rejections. A place of impossible standards. A place where kids grow up too fast. Scarlett felt the pressure early. The pressure to be perfect. The pressure to be noticed. The pressure to be more. But she kept going. And then came the moment that changed everything. At just 14 years old, Scarlett starred in a film that demanded emotional maturity beyond her years. She gave a performance so deep, so honest, that people around the world finally paused. They finally looked closer. They finally saw her. And Scarlett Johansson's name began to shimmer with possibility. But after childhood roles fade, many actors fade with them. Scarlett refused to. She transformed. She didn't wait for Hollywood to decide who she was. She decided. She stepped into adulthood with elegance, intelligence, and a fierce commitment to her craft. And with every new film, she proved she wasn't just a former child actress. She was a force. Her voice, once a barrier, became her weapon. Smoky, emotional, unforgettable. Her presence on screen, once underestimated, became magnetic. Directors didn't just cast her, they imagined roles specifically for her. And then came a role that tested the world's expectations of her. A quiet woman longing for connection. A soul searching for meaning. A character drenched in vulnerability. Scarlett delivered a performance that didn't just earn praise, it changed the direction of her career. She became known not just as a performer, but as an artist. But her rise wasn't simply about talent. It was about endurance. Hollywood tried to box her in. They tried to shape her into roles she didn't want. They tried to use her beauty rather than her brilliance. But Scarlett fought against stereotypes. She fought for meaningful roles. She fought for characters with depth, strength, flaws, and truth. Her journey wasn't perfect. She faced criticism. She faced pressure. She faced moments when everything felt too heavy. But she also faced each challenge the way only true legends do: by rising. Then came a call that would change not only her career, but the entire landscape of cinema. The role: Natasha Romanoff. The world: the Marvel Universe. The destiny: becoming a global icon. Scarlett didn't just play Black Widow. She became her. Quiet strength. Deep trauma. Unseen vulnerability. Deadly elegance. Heartbreaking sacrifices. Natasha wasn't just a superhero. She was a symbol of resilience for millions of people, especially girls who finally saw a female hero who was complex, courageous, and real. Marvel catapulted Scarlett Johansson into a new universe of fame, one she handled with grace and intelligence. She didn't let the franchise overshadow her other artistry. She balanced blockbuster power with independent films, dramatic roles, and creative risks. She pushed herself. She evolved. She expanded. Her performances became masterclasses in emotion, from fierce combat scenes to quiet, heartbreaking moments that left audiences breathless. With every role she chose, she reminded the world that acting isn't about pretending. It's about revealing truth. Meanwhile, life outside the screen brought its own storms. Scarlett faced the same vulnerabilities we all face: heartbreak, change, criticism, exhaustion. Fame doesn't protect anyone from pain. But Scarlett learned how to turn pain into power. She learned how to stand up when the world was watching. She learned how to grow without losing herself. And through everything, she remained grounded. She became a mother. She became an advocate. She became a voice for fairness, equality, and creativity. She proved that you can be strong without being unbreakable, successful without being distant, and powerful without losing compassion. Her movies broke records. Her characters inspired millions. Her presence became unforgettable. But what makes Scarlett Johansson's story truly beautiful is not the numbers, not the awards, not the fame, but the humanity behind the actress. Scarlett is a reminder that strength can be soft, that beauty can be depth, that fame can be responsibility, that dreams can become reality even when the world doubts you. She grew from a little girl performing in school hallways, into the highest-grossing leading actor in film history. Not because she chased numbers, but because she chased excellence. She built her career brick by brick, film by film, emotion by emotion. She didn't skip steps. She didn't rely on luck. She relied on talent, discipline, and the courage to take risks. Her journey proves that success isn't just about arriving. It's about becoming. Scarlett Johansson became a symbol, not of perfection, but of growth, of resilience, of evolution. Her story is not the story of a star, but of a phoenix. And as her career continues to evolve, as she takes on new roles, new challenges, and new creative ventures, one thing is certain: she will remain a timeless presence in film history. A woman whose light continues to rise, no matter how bright the world around her becomes. So as we close this emotional journey through her life, remember this: greatness isn't just about being seen. It's about being felt. And Scarlett Johansson will forever be felt in the hearts of audiences around the world. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful journey through the story of a woman who turned dreams into destiny. Thank you for supporting Nation of Glory, where legends live and stories rise. If you enjoyed this cinematic story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with others who love inspiring journeys. Your support allows us to continue bringing powerful stories to life. Until next time, stay inspired, stay strong, and keep chasing your glory.